lot of great stuff in this book. By the way, the Oval Office meetings that he describes in this book, they are choice. In one of them, Hillary is going to Barack Obama to basically ask him to endorse her. And she shows up for the meeting. He keeps her waiting. And then when she finally does come in, he's talking on the phone, has her sit on the couch while he's talking on the phone. While he's talking on the phone, she's sitting on the couch. In walks Valerie Jarrett. A few minutes later, in walks Michelle Obama. Then finally, Obama gets off the phone, comes over and sits down. So the four of them have a little conversation in which he made it perfectly clear that he is not going to endorse her, that he's going to be, quote-unquote, neutral during the primary season.
I'll tell you, Chris, what sort of is concerning is here's Ed, right? The guy writes 2 books about her, probably some more. And we ask her, do you believe she'd be a good president, right? And he goes, no. What? That's pretty nice endorsement from a guy who knows her better than 99% of the public.
Well, the next meeting in the Oval Office that he describes, which is actually the first thing that he writes about in the book, is a meeting where this was recently. This was just this past summer. And by the way, the book brings you pretty much right up September. And he talks about how she went in to confront Barack Obama about the leaks. About the emails and the server and all of that business. And she had demanded a meeting with him alone. He would not do it. He would only do it with Valerie Jarrett there. Right. And she went in, and she was kind of beating around the bush, and he kind of said something like, well, come on out and say what you mean. And she said, I want you to call off your fracking dogs. Only she didn't use the word fracking.
You're not talking about the oil gas business?
She used that other F word.
I think I got it.
Which she is very accustomed to throwing around quite liberally. Yeah. And it's just, the book is very entertaining, but in a way, it's kind of frightening when you think that this person could be the President of the United States. This person that when she went to the work in the State Department, her first day there, the elevator doors swing open, and out of the elevator walks Hillary Clinton. Right behind her on one side, she's flanked by Uma Abedin. On the other side, she's flanked by Cheryl Mills, and she comes in, and all of a sudden, it's Hillary land. Right? Now, most secretaries of state, when they get the job at state, they kind of respect the people who have been there and their career types, and you may disagree with them, but at least you want to hear them out because you figure they may know a little something since they've been there so long, right? Not Hillary Clinton. She didn't pay attention to anybody. She would cut people off at meetings. She would cut meetings short when she got bored. And as I said earlier, her 3 priorities when she was Secretary of State were in this order. Number 1, raising money for her presidential campaign. Number 2, raising money for the Clinton Foundation. Number 3, doing State Department business. And doing Clinton Foundation business on State Department time is illegal. I mean, this woman has got all kind of legal problems. The only question is anybody going to hold her accountable for it?
Will they deliver her home to the American public?
Right, and then like I said, her temper. When she has had fading spells, they've come after her, blowing her top. Over various things. And, of course, she's regularly blowing her top. She has anger problems like you wouldn't believe.
Chris, could you imagine if she was on a dating website? Hi, what's your name? Oh, you are?
And misanthropic, she does not like people. She can't stand. This is why she doesn't make a connection.
Sweetheart.
See, this is the difference between her and Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton genuinely likes people. That's part of his charm. People sense it. They feel it, the vibe, right?
People are animals.
And evidently the women feel it a little bit more than the men. But he has this like of people.
Charisma.
Where she has a total dislike of people. Klein talks about it going back to her childhood, and you can understand growing up in a hellish environment like that. You probably don't like human beings a lot when your father is a sadist.
Not a good trait to be running for president.
No. And she's paranoid. She's worse than Nixon. This is why the private server. She's so paranoid, she didn't want anybody else in her mind to know what she was doing, so she had a private server. This woman has some severe psychological issues, but she has been hiding it her whole life. We got a taste of that last night. We'll be right back.
I'll keep your eyes